Okay, so for all of you over 50, you've been very clear with me. You don't want skincare advice meant for 30-year-olds. You want specific changes that you need to make now because your skin is biologically different. You can't sand a raisin into a grape, but with time and the exact formula today that I'm going to give you, you can smooth it back out. So this video is for all of you. I listened. Why? Because after 50, skin doesn't just age, it changes the entire game. It changes the rules. Yeah, hormones shift, we know that. Estrogen does drop, but oil production drops too. Suddenly, like half of you are saying to me, Doc, why is my face endlessly dry? Endlessly. Because dry equals what? Wrinkles. Dry skin is basically your face wearing a crumpled shirt. And we know, just like your knees and your back, recovery slows. Your skin's healing speed goes from Wi-Fi to dial-up. And here's the sneaky part. The same products that you tolerated before, even for years, they can suddenly start a revolt. What do I mean? Irritation, inflammation, and sensitivity kind of comes out of nowhere. Like your skin woke up one day and said, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. And that leaves many of you baffled. So, takeaway number one, stop treating your skin like it's 30. Reduce retinoids by about what? What do you think the percentage you should do? Reduce it by 30 to 50%. I know that sounds like a lot. That means either use them less often or just use less in amount. That's going to save you money too. Add one full barrier night every week. At least. In fact, most of you are going to add about 3 barrier nights. That means no retinol, no acids, just hydration and repair. And it could be just a single Korean sheet mask. That's usually packed with great ingredients. If your skin stings, flakes, or looks shiny and dry, that's not a sign something's working. Many people do erroneously think that. It's actually called inflammation. In fact, there's a better name I like, inflammaging. Inflammaging. Number 2, tolerance is now your anti-aging strategy. What does that mean? Calm skin ages better than irritated skin. What do? Use retinoids every other night, not nightly, for those that believe that using it 6 out of 7 nights is key. But also here, switch harsh acidic vitamin C, also known as L-ascorbate or L-ascorbic acid, to THD ascorbate. Why? That form is lipid soluble, it's pH neutral, it's actually many, many times more potent. Do I like L-ascorbate that you're probably seeing in a lot of your products? Yes, but I now use them in chemical peels because they don't last, meaning that they're very unstable, especially at room temperature. And they're irritating by nature, even if you're at 10 to 12%. And I know many of you with your vitamin C, look in your bottle, it'll say L-ascorbic acid. You think 20% is what you need. So you're up that high, just go to THD ascorbate. Remember, lipid soluble, it's actually going to absorb much better too. L-ascorbate is water soluble. Think of it more for chemical peels in 2026. Now here's a nice little key after 50. If your skin is easily irritated now, you want to apply your moisturizer first and then your active second, meaning you can apply your moisturizer and then your retinol or then your AHA. Why? After 50, irritation doesn't build collagen, it steals it like a thief. Retinoids aren't a tequila shot, they're a slow drip. Think of them that way. Takeaway number 3, clean does not mean stripped. What to do? If your skin is dry, skip cleanser in the morning. I almost never cleanse my skin in the morning. And men typically have relatively more testosterone, so we tend to be even oilier. But even now, I don't cleanse my face in the morning. I just use the oils that God gave me overnight, and I put my products on top, and it works great for me. You might want to try that. You can rinse your face a little with lukewarm water. I actually use even a little bit of cold water sometimes. I know in the first thing in the morning, you're like, I don't want cold, but it actually feels good and it helps the eyes as well. At night, cleanse once, moisturize or treat, and then seal it in. Slug 2 to 3 nights per week, not every night. If you don't know what slugging is, I'll put a video up here. I know many of you, as you age, you get drier skin, you tend to slug way more than normal. But no, you don't want to do that too much. Some of you even still think petrolatum or Vaseline or Aquaphor, the people slug with, is motor oil. It's highly refined. It's not. So people do slug. I do like it, but most people go to Korean sheet masks now instead. So yeah, oil production drops with age. You don't fix that by washing it away. Mature skin is like a credit card with a low limit. Over cleansing maxes it out fast, and you pay the fees in tightness, yes, but flakes and inflammation, no. Number 4, blood flow is skincare. A lot of what we do in clinics is to increase blood flow. Your face responds to circulation, not just creams. So what's your actionable advice? Move your body about 30 minutes most days, if not every day. Lift weights is the best. If all you can do is walk, that still counts. It's huge. Walking is proven for longevity, but also for the face. You want to live longer? Read this one from Harvard. They reported on step accumulation patterns and risks for cardiovascular events and mortality among suboptimally active adults. And keep in mind, heart disease is the number 1 killer, men and women. What did they find? Those who took longer walks were less likely to develop heart disease or die from any cause over a 10-year period. Oh, you wanted one for skin. Let me go there. Does exercise, particularly walking, help your skin? Look at this study right here, the potential of exercise on lifestyle and skin function. Check it out. Exercise augments the total spectrum power density of cutaneous blood perfusion. So blood flow to the skin, something we're trying to get with all of our devices. Here it is, by a factor of approximately, and this is gigantic, 8. And vasodilation demonstrates an enhancement of approximately 1.5-fold. Huge. Therefore, regular exercise can also mitigate age-related changes. So it can defend against age-related changes by promoting, what do we do with red light masks? Here, this one is mitochondrial biosynthesis. That's the basis for anti-aging. Now, I like it here. They go on to say, not all exercise impacts are positive. Look at this. And I believe this one. Like avoid, they say, for instance, swimming in chlorinated pools may harm the skin barrier function. And yes, your hair too. Find a saltwater pool when possible. I always talk about what? Marathon runners. That's another one. Hence, the exercise environment should be considered for its potential effects on skin. Walking is great. Maybe at that point, you want to use sunscreen. Let's move on. People discount walking. It's undervalued, but it's amazing. Exercise improves skin quality indirectly, of course, and directly. I talked about blood flow, but also indirectly through the hormones and recovery. Gua sha is another one, a great inexpensive way to sculpt your face, and especially if you have one with red light and vibration. Remember I said bone, because your bone, your head, it's on a bobble. It doesn't see resistance. You might walk. Of course, your body will see resistance. That's great for your bones, right? Your hips and your spine and your knees. But your head will never see that resistance because we have a shock absorber built in. You see, I'm the Dr. Rajani bobblehead. Watch, if you see my head bobble, there's no resistance like your body. So therefore, there's no resistance on my bone. I get osteoporosis of the face, and I could look like this. So you want to maintain your bone. That's why we get osteoporosis of the face. Number 5, and this is a theme for 2026 going forward. This business is booming because it now works amazingly well. It's not discounted, and that is supplements. They support the system your skin lives in. Food nowadays, what we get at the grocery store, it's mostly nutrition less. And data supporting products like creatine, collagen powder, Tongkat Ali, K2D3, vitamin D. The data that we have now is more advanced than your doctor reading the computer screen of all the recommendations that were made to them some 50 years ago by the FDA rules. Times have changed, and supplementation now is a must for all of my clients and for me as well. What do you want to do here? Creatine for muscle, energy, brain, and cellular support. Collagen powder for modest but definitely improvements on the skin, and maybe even more so for elasticity and hair and nails. That's what people report the most. Turmeric, amazing for joints, inflammation, and recovery. Think of Tongkat LE and ginseng for energy, resilience, and hormonal support. K2D3 for bone and bone health. Also, of course, I told you about vitamin D for your general health. It's key. I did mine. I measured mine. Even though I was getting quite a bit of sun exposure at the time, I was not just low, but I was very low in D. So measure it. Your doctor won't. All the supplements I mentioned, I have complete videos on each one. How do you find them? Say I said Tongkat LE. You might say, I never heard of that one. Put in Rajani, Rajani, and Tongkat, Tongkat LEALI, or Rajani Creatine, Rajani K2D3, and then all of my videos on those will come up. Now, none of these supplements replace skincare. Remember, they support the biology behind it, health and wellness and longevity. Mature skin, it doesn't need harsher treatment, it needs smarter support. After 50, your skin isn't a rebellious teenager. It's a wise adult with boundaries. Treat it with respect, and it stops throwing tantrums on your cheeks, your acne, your reds, your browns, your sag, and your wrinkles. When you stop fighting your skin and start working with it, it actually starts behaving again. This is the video I promised you. You're now going to want to watch that playlist. Stay tuned here. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.